Can you hear me now? Better? Okay. Hi, I'm Eli Prinsen from hybridvocaltechnique.com. Today's singing tip, I figured it was silly, but I'd introduce the mask into this for a reason. My way of teaching has always been by using natural things that happen, sounds, natural things to help us to learn quicker, faster, more easier, more practical in the way that I teach. So I figured I'd include the mask to make a point, okay? We all hate to wear them, most of us. But if you notice, when you wear these masks for extended periods of time, whether it's one of these or one of these surgical kind of masks or whatever, even after going to the grocery store and leaving, and you take that thing off and you're so refreshed as you re-enter the parking lot on the way out, you notice this moisture here and the moisture that accumulates in here or in here, right? It's from our breath, all right? The breath comes out and it accumulates after a while and it gets really nasty, right, and moist. So think about that. We use our breath when we sing, okay? But how much of that breath should we use when we sing, all right? Many things in vocal training are like a contradiction. All of us vocal coaches talk about how to take in this massive amount of air and which way we should inhale it and how we should not inhale it and so on and so forth. And how much air we need and how precious it is. And then at the same time, we'll talk about how little of that air we need to use. And it seems like a contradiction. And there's so many things that go into that, how it has to be pressurized and where we need to shoot that air, hold it back, so on and so forth. The same thing goes with support, how we need to expand in certain areas and push in certain areas. And at the same time, we're also wanting to relax certain things, and pushing on certain things makes us tense up certain things. And we have to do this to counteract that. It's all sounds like, very confusing to the beginner and even to someone that's been at it for a while. Okay. Well, I explain all of this stuff. I sell a program. It's called the Hybrid Vocal Technique, or HVT, Master Series Ultimate Vocal Training Program. I sell that at hybridvocaltechnique.com. There'll be a link in the description where I explain all of this stuff and more than you can possibly imagine, all related to singing and how to use the voice to its maximum potential. But back to what I'm talking about, the air management, the quick tip for today. The same way you feel the breath accumulating in this mask and the moisture from the air coming from your lungs, it being moist, right? Coming out of the lungs. It accumulates in here, okay? Well, we want to sing with less air, all right? We don't want to shoot out the air. To simplify this, we inhale a nice amount of air, all right? We come up 3/4 full. And we get a good inhale, but then we don't use that much of it. So it's very precious in the way that you should think about it as a singer. Well, the way you can monitor this air coming out as you sing and how to get better at not using as much of it is the same way that this mask accumulates. You can use your hand. Okay, it's very simple. Your hand about a hand's length away from your face, from your nose, okay? Sing onto that hand, all right? Anything you want right now, okay? So if I just randomly pull a sentence out of nowhere, I don't want to go, I don't want to see, okay? How much air is hitting your hand, all right? You will be able to feel it. The same moisture that accumulates in these masks that we hate to wear every day of our lives recently and for the past year will accumulate right here. You'll also feel a blast of air hitting that hand, okay? The more consonants you have, the more plosives you have, the more is going to hit your hand and you're going to feel it, okay? And it's going to accumulate. So the way to improve and get better is to reduce how much air is coming out on the consonants, the plosives, and just all around how you're using the air on any open vowel or anything, okay? The more you reduce what's hitting your hand right here as you practice singing is more of that precious air that's going to stay in your body, okay? So just put it this way, is to keep things simple. The first breath you take, if you're belting something out, all right, you take this nice breath. Yeah! And you feel all, powerful and strong on the inside, okay? And then for some of us beginners, or some of you beginners, the more you continue to sing, you get less and less and less and less of that full kind of first sentence belting feeling. It decreases and decreases and decreases, and you run into all kinds of problems and tensions, and your voice falls apart, okay? Well, all of that has to do, or a lot of that has to do with the management of your breath, your airflow, okay? So this is just a quick free tip. I go into this in great detail on the Master Series Vocal program. Or if you were studying with me privately on Skype, I would teach you how to master this, okay? So just a quick tip. You can sing into this hand. If you never study with me and you study with somebody else, remember this. It's a great technique. I did this for a long time. My main problem amongst the thousands of vocal problems I had as a beginner was shooting the air out. I could swim underwater for almost 3 minutes, but I couldn't sing through a song because I was wasting the air. Okay? It's a big deal. You practice singing and not shooting the air out. Sing only with the amount of air you need to create the sound and no more. And you will be blown away at how your endurance and stamina and efficiency skyrockets. Okay? So last but not least, over at hybridvocaltechnique.com, because I know times are tough. 2020 kicked the crap out of all of us. 2021 is looking like 2020 on steroids. Okay? So I put everything on the website half off, 50% off, all the programs and the private lessons, just to try to help you guys and girls out. Okay? So hit the links in the description to take you where you need to go and where you want to go. And I would love to be your vocal coach and help you to get the most out of your voice, okay? Have a wonderful day.
Sorry.